The views expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Once again, Real People, Real Life, Wichita, Kansas.
Real life.
Good to see you.
Cody,
Wow.
you're back.
I'm back.
Dude.
Who are you?
I know, right? Who is this man?
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I kind of remember.
Okay. Boss is still dealing with her surgery. Bless your heart, you are such a trooper.
Worst
and Big
one.
Bad Bear, that's your new nickname, Joe.
oh.
Big Bad Bear.
Bad Bear, okay?
Because of the shirt.
No, just because he's Big Bad Bear. Big Bad Joe. And of course, Don Landis. And we've missed you dearly, Rody.
It looks like it was gone for a lot less than, 2 weeks?
I don't think you missed us.
You were gone like a month.
You look like you were having a
I
blast.
didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I bet not.
I bet you did. Lucky
Yeah,
you.
that was nice.
So where have you been?
South Italy. So like on the ankle, right here on the boot of Italy.
Yeah.
On the boot?
When you hear about
On the
about South Italy, everybody says Rome. It's not even close.
No.
I mean, that's like middle there.
Yeah.
So you get into South Italy, and it's like super exotic.
Right.
I mean, we're talking like black sand beaches, volcanoes, and the food is
So
I
jealous.
saw pictures of that
It's
food and I was like,
cheap.
ooh, really?
Yeah, and the wine
Yeah.
was
And
like
wine?
€3, which is like $3.25.
No.
All that you spend
What?
like $60-70 here for. Wow. And I tell you what, by day 4, my liver was going, hey!
I don't care if it's affordable.
It's like seriously, 4 days, I was like, I don't know if I feel so good. It's like, so I had to switch to beer.
Are you Italian?
Yeah.
Are you Italian?
No, but my sister married one.
Awesome sauce.
So, there's an in-law in there.
Yeah, so the in-laws were,
I'm
actually,
Italian.
The in-laws were there too.
I'm so
Can you
jealous.
do 1 second?
I would
I know
love
you
it.
haven't done this in a while, and I haven't asked you to do this in a long time. Okay, will you give me your Italian version of Pio when he's trying to make his point? Do it.
No, you don't saute the onion with garlic. You don't do that. You can't do that. What are you talking about now? You gotta see the garlic and tomatoes or onion and tomatoes. You can't do both. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But you just got
It's
I know.
not that way.
We should be with these guys when they're all in the same room, okay? Because it is hilarious.
It's loud.
It's very loud.
I'm Italian. You're speaking to the
We're telling
choir.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder you're so loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
We project.
You know, without the one arm, she's almost, can't speak.
No, believe this still runs and works perfect. It's on overtime, really. To be,
know, right?
to be
It's
honest,
like a murder mystery, the one on Italian.
right? Yeah.
We had a blast shooting last week at your place.
Yes, it was.
That was fun.
It was wonderful to have everybody there.
That was fun.
And we had Cigar Circus that followed that weekend.
Yeah, I heard all about that.
Man. When I got all those cigar reps in town, as well as Paul Stulock and Matt Dufresne has
Yeah, I
been on the show.
remember
I'm with him on the liver screaming at me. Because
I think the circuit was a little flat because all the clowns were in Topeka and they missed.
Oh, yeah.
we had, this was a cigar circus. It had nothing to do with those clowns.
Yeah, those clowns. Well,
They raised the taxes on you, didn't they?
Yeah, did you find out when that's going to start applying to cigars?
I haven't heard anything on it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. Anyway, so we were, we knew when we did the show, last week that this would be probably a done issue, and we were right, it is. So we're going to be paying more for some stuff, kids.
Yeah, we're the second highest state in sales tax for food. Did you know that right
The
now?
third highest state in car and property tax.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I worked last week in western Kansas and also in southern Colorado for about, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay? And I was getting quotes on property tax and insurance on our personal vehicles and different things. And
Colorado.
yeah, if I were to take that property and have it there, I would be saving on the property tax. I believe it was approximately 70%.
What?
On my insurance, It was over 65%. So if I
On
take
your insurance.
my auto insurance,
You are
my-
kidding me.
My motorhome insurance, yes.
We're here in Kansas. There aren't any cars to hit.
I know, right?
Practically.
Like the population's a fraction.
The excuse that's floated for Kansas and the ridiculous tax rates, the amount of highway that they've got to maintain here that, of course, they're not maintaining. So
Oh, the roads will.
I think
No.
reading that there's some that was
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
less roads.
I know.
Because there's fewer people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Go
you.
to New York.
Right.
Every single mile is paid. If
But
not
then-
more than like every.
But then again, because there's less people, do they have to make more off of each individual because of that? I mean,
Well, a friend
is
of
that how it
mine's moving
rolls out?
Due to business, he's leaving Kansas, as are so many other people that I know. He's going to New York to do business, but he's selling his car. You know, he was in Kansas
Well-
City on the Kansas side, and he took a position in New York, and he goes, I'm going to be moving to New York City.
You don't need
I
it.
don't need a car.
Yep.
So he's selling his brand new Porsche, which I should be telling you about that one. Anyway, I know you like Porsches.
Pretty
Anyway.
motorcycle.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I've got them both. Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
both. So, but yeah, I mean, there was another person that I talked to, and it was surprising, you know, Friday, how many people I did encounter, you know, that were like, and I've seen them on Friday, Saturday, you know, saying, you know, this is ridiculous, you know, and a lot of families are leaving not just because of economic reasons, but other reasons as well.
Mosquitoes right now.
Yeah, mosquitoes are pretty bad.
You know,
They don't like me.
We live on the river, so I raise them. I have a few that we've named.
yeah, they're probably about that big.
That's
you know.
16.
Is that legal? Can you farm mosquitoes for real? Is that legal?
Oh, it's totally legal.
It's probably completely legal in Kansas.
How much do you get out of it?
Yeah.
A
That's
unit of them.
chocolate, they're just exceptional in chocolate.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate.
The worst mosquitoes I've ever seen were
Gross.
Alaska.
Oh,
You would see a black cloud coming across the
What?
the lake, and you're looking at it, and it's this weird cloud floating around. It almost looked like some black fog that came up, and it's coming across the lake. So everybody runs and gets in the tent, and these mosquitoes are the size of quarters.
Oh my gosh.
And
really?
they're in a swarm that thick that they block out the sun, and then just as fast as they showed up, they're gone.
Do they take a lot of like
Blood?
with them?
Well,
I'm just seeing droplets everywhere.
I think it's a government experiment because, you know, when the blood drives aren't working well enough, they turn these things loose.
Harvest them.
mosquitoes are just little tiny.
Right. Oh wow. We have a pretty packed show.
Yes, we do.
You have Delonda that's coming to talk with us on human trafficking.
Yeah.
We go to her next, and then we'll get into some of our other guests that we have coming up after.
Yes, quite a
after
few.
that, because we have a packed show. But you had something you wanted to mention real
Well, I
quick.
wanted to talk about the group I'm with, Wichita Independent Neighborhoods, is having what we call Neighborhood Universities on Saturday, August 8th, coming up. Tickets are very, very inexpensive, and you're getting a wonderful education. We're negotiating with a very special guest to come here. I can't say it right now, but we're going to get a lot of good seminars in the morning, afternoon. We've got lunch included, got a breakfast treat.
Okay, where is this going to be held at
It's going to
again?
be at the firehouse on the south side of town, over off 37th and Seneca.
Get there.
So when people tell me it's going to be really affordable, but they don't tell me how affordable, it makes me
No,
wonder.
it's right here. I think it's $10. Isn't it 10 or 15? I always forget.
15.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bargain. It's a lot more information to go.
Well, it costs that to eat 2 meals anyway, so.
But
Right.
circle today. This is what this is all about. Saturday, August the 8th.
And we've actually had the gentleman that kind of runs the Wichita Independent Neighborhood.
James Roseboro, absolutely.
Right, we've had him on before, and I want to thank him, be sure and thank him again for me, because he brought up something that, again, we talked about last week with Juanita Ridge, and I think you brought it up then, was a lot of the disconnect that's going on right now. Is
Socially.
Socially, is because we're not outside playing with the kids. We're not
We're not interacting.
outside- We're not outside talking to our neighbors. We're not.
That's right.
We're not doing the face-to-face communication. You know, everybody's hiding behind the phones and computers and tablets and all that.
I'm on my bike to hide from the phone.
Well, see that. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that.
It's
will-
cool. I hear it ring. I just crack the throttle. I can't hear it anymore.
But I mean, do make sure and tell him thank you again, because I know that he's making that a priority
Yes.
to get the word out, and I think that we are. And thank you for bringing it up
Hey,
last
no
week.
problem, yeah.
And again, thank you to Juanita last week. You know, she did a fantastic job, and I think everybody's. When you think about it, that is one of the biggest problems that we do have. is we're just so connected to our gizmos and gadgets and whatever, and we're just not outside, like
Disconnected from society.
yeah, we kind of are.
I mean, honestly, if you go out
That would
and
be
you
President Obama.
if you go out and you look around in the nightclubs,
Every time.
everything is Obama's fault, right? No, I'm just kidding. Brownbacks.
Exactly, and brownbacks.
Mosquitoes.
Obama's working very closely with Republican leadership to pass that trade thing, so we can ship more jobs overseas. Wonderful man, wonderful group of people.
Yep.
TPP or TPA or something. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for the Obama bonfire. I think that would be the coolest thing.
I'm waiting for the
Is that like the
brownback
Burning
bonfire,
Man?
so there.
Similar. That's right.
I don't think so. The Burning Man is usually
No, the Burning Man is a fun thing.
This would be fun.
When I was in Colorado, just for a few hours, because I was really working in Western Kansas. Oh man, you get out there in Western Kansas, and this cracks me up. I mean, why is our taxes so high, right? And I mean, there was literally mile after mile of cow manure, okay, and cows, obviously, producing the manure.
That would make sense.
Speaking of the Obamas,
Speaking of brownback, so I remember being kind of a smarty pants on my Facebook, and I said something like, "Oh my goodness, there's just pile after pile of cow poop, and some of this cow poop is literally 5 feet tall," and it was, and they were getting ready to sell it to people to do gardening with, right?
Right.
And of course, my mind went in other directions, and I said it's a good thing, being the girl that I am, because I have hip waders. I can get out there and play in the poop. I suggest we get hip waders for the folks in Topeka, because there is some seriously large amount of poop. We should go ask who shoveled that poop in Western Kansas in a perfect pile, because we need whoever shovels that poop
To come
perfectly
to
needs
Topeka
go
with
to
us.
Topeka next time we go and shovel some seriously large amount of poop.
So, Robin, if you did have waders, please tell me you would not have waded in the poop.
I have done that. Milking cows, before you bring the cows in, okay, there's a wading pen,
Yeah.
okay, and you have to clean that out every so often.
I've taken care of horses, so I know how it is to have to deal with their...
speaking of waiting, ladies, we're going to have to wait until we pay some
Uh-oh.
I know.
No more poop
Right
stories.
Back, we'll be right back, Real People, Real Life with Delonda on human trafficking.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Albero Cafe, like a vacation to Italy, with Wichita's best Italian dining. Open Monday to Saturday. Happy hour Monday to Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy our featured cocktails, lovely wines, and famous martinis. Albero Cafe.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica, and this is Nate, and we're You Build It Wichita.
Our customers have given us an A+ satisfaction rating. Why don't you come down and be one of our satisfied customers today?
Your home's in your hands. You build it.
Sometimes simplicity is the key. Buying a car should be one of those times. It should be fun, comfortable, and above all, easy. At Economy Motors, we strive to make it just that. We offer a wide variety of vehicles, all priced $12,995 or under, and we've helped people in all types of financial situations with quality cars and easy financing. Is it your turn yet?
Come see us!
Economy Motors, 2305 South Broadway.
Don't worry, cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Roll camera and sound.
Speed!
Speeding! Action!
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road. Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit
Credit King Auto Sales at the King's Corner, 31st South and Broadway, Wichita, is Kansas' largest buy here, pay here dealer. The best selection, priced from $3,000 to $30,000. When the banks and new car lots tell you no, the King can help. Bad credit, no problem. Credit King Autos. See us at GoCreditKing.com.
My name is William Stockwell. This was my 2.5 car garage. We'd had it turned into a room for my dad to get him out of the nursing home. If it wasn't for You Build It, we wouldn't have this amazing transformation. Thank you. You did a fabulous job.
Your home's in your hands.
We love you, You Build It.
You build it.
Welcome back once again, real people, real life, and thank you. It's Deronda. That's right, Deronda. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Vasa. Thank you for setting this up.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, human trafficking. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it's not good, but it is getting more notice now. So everything we can do to make prevention and awareness, then that's what's going to help us. And I first noticed and found out about it when I was living overseas.
Really?
And I was in Istanbul, Turkey, and found out that the city and the port that I love so much was actually bringing humans in those big ship containers, and the ones that survived the trip, and they were taken on into Europe. But I'm a Wichita girl, so when I came back, my friends told me human trafficking were one of the top cities in the U.S.
I knew that.
And I thought, that's impossible. I grew up here in Wichita. How can this be the same as, in a big international cosmopolitan city? So I did some research on it, and I found out, sure enough, we're number 5 on the FBI's list.
Yeah.
And so we're number 5 on the FBI's list. But I want to make a clarification so that people understand why Wichita is a top human trafficking city. There's 3 types of cities or places with human trafficking. There's origination, there's transportation, and then there's the selling. And so some cities are all 3. They actually originate, they get people from there, or they traffic them through there, or they actually sell them there. Fortunately, although we don't even want this, Wichita is only an origination city. So what that means is we can target against its evil specifically. Correct. Because it's only primarily in one area. And I know there's some issues with what's going on in Topeka at the moment, but in the past they have really ramped up the human trafficking laws. And so now, even if the girls are over 18, when they're picked up, they're not automatically thrown in jail. Right. If they're under 18, they are not at all. There's an entire system in place.
Thank God, finally.
Yes. And one thing I would ask everyone, this is a misconception, is that we're all going to rush out onto the street and grab girls that are potentially in danger and rescue them ourselves. There is a task force out there, and at the end of the show we'll be giving the 800 number that you can call. What we need to do is to be aware, to have the information of who these girls might be, because there's spotters all over the city, unfortunately, that are looking for girls, and they're usually between the ages of 11 and 14.
You said the girls go to jail?
No, the girls do not automatically go to jail.
Why would they go to jail?
Well, if they were over 18 in the past, prostitution was illegal.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Charged with a crime.
We're using a euphemism. Can we just be direct? Human trafficking and sexual slavery.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I'm sorry to have interrupted. I was just very confused as how they would have ended up in jail.
No, well, they would have in the past. That's why they changed the laws, that now they actually are seeing if they have been trafficked, which many of them have. The thing that's interesting is that there is a known website on the internet called Backpage.com, and it's all over the U.S., and anyone can put their picture up there and sell another human being's services. What I don't understand is why this site hasn't been shut down, but it's still there, and that's across the U.S., not just in Kansas.
Is that an FBI in place site to kind of monitor? Is that why it's still up? I mean, I have to wonder.
That would be maybe a good thing.
They do use it for stings, but what I would like to do is describe the kind of victim that they're looking for.
Okay.
That way, when you see it, and you can also tell your children, because a lot of these girls and boys are in school. And so one thing that they look for, obviously I already said the ages were 11 to 14.
What?
The 11 to 14 is what they're looking for right now. Although there's a 16-year-old girl that 2 days ago just went missing in Iowa. 3 men picked her up in a blue van, and she hasn't been seen since. So
A girl just went missing, 16-year-olds in Wellington yesterday.
So it's still happening. That's why that I would like for people to really open their eyes and know what to look for.
Okay.
Because if they have any kind of abuse in their life, if they've been in foster care, 90%, not that foster care is bad, but because of the lack of connections, particularly when they age out of foster care, 90% of the girls in the U.S. that are trafficked have been in foster care at some point in their life. That's a huge number. Also, if they have been in school and actually the older men will pretend they're younger and go to school, and they will look at all the girls and see which ones are really vulnerable or they're alone and they don't have close friends. They zero in on them and they become their boyfriend. So if you know of any young girls that has an older boyfriend that's always buying extravagant gifts and things like that, that is a huge alert, because what they do is they get those girls to fall for them, and then one day they just disappear and nobody ever hears about them because the girl went with them willingly. She's going with her boyfriend willingly.
Right.
So
everybody automatically assumes she ran off with her boyfriend.
Right. And then she's never seen again, and she shows up somewhere else, unfortunately.
Although they're throwing things at me. Thank you.
That's all right.
Money.
Yeah. So what I would like to say today is, as you go about your everyday life, because they're everyone around us, we all need to be careful for our own selves, but a lot of the risk factors are if they have any type, if they're older, and if they have some sort of substance abuse. There was a girl in a city in Kansas, which I won't say the name of it because she's still in treatment, but she went to a place that actually normally helps men that are in trouble, but she didn't know where else to go. And she said, I have been with my trafficker for 12 years because he has kept me on meth, and I know I'm addicted, and I cannot get away. So if you don't get me into some sort of treatment program, I know I'm going to go back to him, because that's the first thing they do normally. Once they
get you addicted,
they get them addicted to some drug. And so after 12 years, she finally managed to get herself together enough to get out of there. And of course, they knew someone to call that's up in that city working in this area, and they got her into, she's still in that system, so that when she comes out, then she will be able to actually, hopefully, do some recovering and have a normal life and be out of that. One thing I want to mention is that I am not a social worker, I am not a counselor, I am actually a business person. And the part that I get involved in, besides the prevention awareness, which is what we're talking about today, but I've got to mention my necklace, and I don't know how
I did notice that. Well, tell me about that.
This is from the girls that are in classes in Istanbul, and there's some that are doing it here as well. We're working with them because I see that business is where we can really help them. Once they're out, they need to have another source of income if they're older and need to work. So this necklace has 27 beads on it, and the reason there's 27 beads is because right now there's about 27 million slaves in the world. So this reminds me every day what we're dealing with. But what's really neat is, if you can see at the bottom of it, there's a key, and it's called the Key of Hope. And the girls that made this, that Key of Hope has actually unlocked their cage, and they are now free to start a new life. And so that's one thing that we are working here in Wichita. So anyone that's interested, you'll have our information at the end of the show. We are working to help some of the people that are already either been rescued or are targeted that could be actually taken and trafficked, and help them to find an income.
Are there awareness seminars at the schools for this? I mean,
we're trying. We have in some schools.
This is when you and I are going to start crying.
It really upsets me, because that's an age of vulnerability, of, especially if they come from less than middle class homes are perfect, or nobody's perfect, but
This is why
it bothers me.
Gagging and coughing and choking because
I wouldn't be able to control myself. I would probably
because I've been
very violent.
you have to remember the last I get very elections I get very involved. The last race that we had for sheriff and district attorney, okay, which we now have, our sheriff is Easter, our DA is Mark Bennett. I interviewed Mark Bennett at a local radio station, and one of the things that we talked about then, and that's been how many years ago? I'm sorry, at least 3 years ago. There's been several elections and things since then, but when I talked with Mark Bennett, okay, these were the things that, I'm just getting upset and goosebumps on this whole thing because
we're about to run out of time. I just really want her to be able to fit in any last minute things that you want to get to the public because,
this is horrible.
This really does upset me.
Yes. Here's one thing I want to send a challenge out there, and we're going to switch directions real quickly. It's supply and demand, people. I'm a business person. Supply and demand. We've been talking about the supply side. What I would like to challenge is the demand side. We need some men in this city, and there are some that are starting, but there are groups out there that want to start chapters here in Wichita, that they can actually go and start a chapter here and work on the demand. Because guess what? In business, this is just like anything else. If there's not any demand, there's not going to be the supply. So instead of us, we'll never be able to rescue everyone. So if we could have some people that would step up and work on the demand side, that's the biggest challenge that I am trying to share with everyone right now.
I think it's important that all men stand up and renounce this type of activity.
Baca is currently very involved, and you know what I'm talking about when I say Baca. I've worked with Baca over the years on some of these cases.
They have meetings at the club quite often.
Bikers Against Child Abuse. Great organization. I've worked with them over the years. So I have already been to the point of tears numerous times over this topic. I've gone to this, and I've interviewed the sheriff's officers that I have a special task force right now because of this. It didn't exist 3 years ago. What I'm trying to tell you that's giving me goosebumps, okay, is had it not been for the current people in office, whether you love them or you hate them, okay, that's your call, that's your opinion. But I'm here to tell you I do know for a fact, okay, that the current people that are in office made this a big priority. A big priority, and I applaud them for that. I do.
So
we have a great task force here.
We do.
And that's why you and I don't need to go out on the street and try to rescue someone that we see standing beside the road. What we need to do is the number that will be given at the end of this, you need to call that number and tell them what you're seeing, because I have talked to a policeman myself. They know how to go in there and they know how to do the rescue. You and I might end up causing more problems and even getting somebody killed. Hurt.
Our individual priorities should be those that are in our family around us, our friends of our children. Pay attention.
Because we're an origination city, prevention and awareness is so important. So if every day you can wake up, that's why I wear this necklace. Everywhere I go, I want to think
Can we include that site?
Absolutely.
Can you give us real quick, because I know we need to take a break. What is the website, real quick, if you don't mind?
Sure. It is globalportal4freedom.com.
Globalportal4freedom.com. And that's the national site.
We're going to include that also.
That's our local site.
There's a national phone number as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have that number?
I do, but it's under the paperwork.
Well, we'll include it.
We'll get it put up because this is a major, serious issue, and I can't thank you enough.
Yes, Duranda, thank you for coming.
We're not done having you back.
No, we're going to call you back on another show. We're going to address some more issues that we can utilize. Pick your brain.
All right, heads up. Let's watch out.
Pay attention to your children, ladies.
Pay attention, folks.
That's right.
Yeah, and thanks again to the folks that have been elected that in the course of the last 3 years are the ones, I'm telling you, I know. I was right there on the ground floor when this started 3 years ago, becoming something that needs to be.
Some of the best laws against
We sure do. We sure do. And I was right there helping those guys and interviewing them and working with them, so I'm very familiar. Okay, once again, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Duranda.
All right, we'll be back. Real people, real life.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Albero Cafe, like a vacation to Italy, with Wichita's best Italian dining. Open Monday to Saturday. Happy hour Monday to Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy our featured cocktails, lovely wines, and famous martinis. Albero Cafe.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica, and this is Nate, and we're You Build It Wichita.
Our customers have given us an A+ satisfaction rating. Why don't you come down and be one of our satisfied customers today?
Your home's in your hands. You build it.
Sometimes simplicity is the key. Buying a car should be one of those times. It should be fun, comfortable, and above all, easy. At Economy Motors, we strive to make it just that. We offer a wide variety of vehicles, all priced $12,995 or under, and we've helped people in all types of financial situations with quality cars and easy financing. Is it your turn yet?
Come see us.
Economy Motors, 2305 South Broadway.
Don't worry, cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Roll camera and sound.
Speed.
Speeding. Action.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road. Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales at the Kings Corner, 31st South and Broadway, Wichita, is Kansas' largest buy here, pay here dealer. The best selection, priced from $3,000 to $30,000. When the banks and new car lots tell you no, the King can help. Bad credit, no problem. Credit King Autos. See us at GoCreditKing.com.
My name is William Stockwell. This was my 2.5 car garage. We'd had it turned into a room for my dad to get him out of the nursing home. If it wasn't for You Build It, we wouldn't have this amazing transformation. Thank you. You did a fabulous job.
Your home's in your hands.
We love you, You Build It.
You build it.
Okay, welcome back once again. Real people, real life, Wichita, Kansas. Merca. Okay, we've kind of got rid of the tears a little bit, hopefully, but
my makeup?
No, you didn't. But I'm not going to promise you there might not be.
She said 11 to 14.
And we got. Don't forget, we need tissues. Heads up, coming up soon.
Again?
But well, yeah. But right now, I just want to go hi. Oh, I love you.
This is a fun segment.
This is we're gonna wipe some tears away for a minute. This is Paula Lovemore with Paula Lovemore Photography here in Wichita. Probably one of the best photography artists, in addition to other artists that we are honored to have here in Wichita.
Thank you.
Okay, you are fantastic, and you've got a lot of things
artistic.
that you're going to talk to us about today. But first, you're going to tell us about how
Tara and Maggie and their hot burlesque show. Segment.
And now you've done some photography.
Yeah, well, I photographed
show.
them at the Burlesque show on Saturday night at the Scottish Rite.
Yes, Jumping
Theater.
Jive Burlesque.
Yeah.
So I'm Tara Hartstring. This is Maggie O, and she did the honor of, putting it on.
Capturing some beauty.
There.
I love that. And you do it very well. So tell me about what you girls are doing.
Well, we're a classic burlesque troupe, and we perform out of the Scottish Rite Theater right now, which is fantastic. If nobody's seen it, you need to get in there just to see the theater. We do about 4 performances a year, and we just had our Jump and Jive. So, and we have another show coming up August, so it's Cinema Shakedown, the sequel. Because it was so popular last year that people, they just got to have a little bit more. So we do a lot of comedic kind of little skits, some serious fan dancing, the art of the striptease. Yes, just a little, those gloves, you know, those little. And
we have singers.
The stretchy hose.
Right, yeah, I remember.
Yes,
yeah.
Just all sorts of fun
Theatrical.
variety.
Yes.
It's a theatrical.
Now, am I understanding correctly, you guys are recruiting as well?
Yes, we are.
Okay, if you want to tell them how they can get a hold of you and what the requirements for interviewing are?
Absolutely. Well, 18 or older is important.
Yes.
So,
ID
and
required.
we would love to. Anybody, your background doesn't have to be strong in dance or burlesque to be into this. So you can really just come with a sense of like pride, you know, in yourself and excitement and enthusiasm. And we work with people where they're at. And when I say people, I mean people. The biggest thing about what we do is with burlesque is we love everyone.
It's my middle name.
So, how'd you fit that in there? Good job. Okay.
And that includes, you know, however you identify, male or female or other, or big or little or tall or short or, you know. All of you.
Yes. Love yourself. Love yourself.
It is a very diverse group.
Right.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons I fell in love with this trip.
With me, really.
Well, I mean, that's a whole other segment.
That's right. But if anybody
I like
would
the
like
sweet by and by myself.
Okay, they're like, how do I get over
Yeah, so 1 second. Okay, now that everybody's just going to be beating at our door, you can reach us at American Rose Wichita
Rose,
at Gmail.
ROSE.
Yes, that's correct. So American Rose Wichita at gmail.com. Or you can go to our Facebook page, which is Art Burlesque, A-R-T Burlesque, or our website, which is AmericanRoseBurlesque.com. So a lot of those throwing you out there, but if you catch one, you'll find us. So. Yes.
Why Rose?
Well, because good question there. So, yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so it's American Rose, actually after Gypsy Rose Lee. So, and she was like kind of the quintessential classic burlesque performer.
Yes,
and she did get her start here in Wichita.
I did when I was a little.
Yes.
When I was a little girl taking tap ballet and jazz, okay, I did a lot of tap dances to some of her performances.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I would do her. I did a lot of her stuff for my recitals because she was one of my favorites.
I see a recruit here.
I'm seeing.
I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Work up to it, you know.
Oh, honey, I can handle it in 10 minutes, but I'm not saying that I have a lot of time on my hands right now. But no, that is so cool, and it is a really cool art form. Okay, like I said, I grew up. You know, I think I started at 5. Tap ballet and jazz, and the thing about that to remember is when I was first born, I had to wear special shoes. Okay, and there's a shoe place that's still here to this day. I believe it is on East Lincoln. Okay, there's a little mall there. Okay, and there was an older gentleman, and that's where we would go back then in the 60s to get special shoes for people that have different handicaps or whatever. In addition to that were the most beautiful shoes I've ever seen in my life, and they were ballet shoes, and they were tap shoes. Okay, and the really good tap shoes have a double tap. Okay, I still have my last tap shoes when I used to teach. Okay, so if you're a little girl out there and somebody's telling you can't do something,
do it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. Follow your dreams. Yes, in fact, I just had my toe shoes on probably not even a month ago.
You should come teach us a class.
Yeah.
Yes. Do like a burlesque workshop for us to show us a little tap so we can incorporate.
I can actually help you with that.
Oh, I would have fun with that.
Theater at Derby.
Really?
Yes, and so she would be glad to.
Please get with us because we would love that. So
I've been dying to see someone tap on stage with us.
I've done burlesque for years though, and so that's what I found so odd is that I'm not in touch with the community here much as other places because I travel quite a bit. But I found that we do have a huge burlesque community here.
We do.
We also have fire dancers,
Oh,
which
yeah.
you're involved with, and that's with Final Friday.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about like how you're involved in Final Friday and what it offers the community?
Well, I've done a number of shows of my own, and currently I have one at Bedazzled right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was very convenient because I like to follow the fire dancers, and they're always on the square on Final Friday. But they also practice on Tuesday nights at a park. I don't know the name of it. It's
I've
Mount
been there and they've been
Vernon.
practicing where it's
Hydraulic and Harry.
It's called Linwood Park.
I think
even
you're
though
right.
it's
I think
on the
that's
other
right.
Yeah,
side.
Okay, I
yeah,
think that's
south.
right.
It's
Okay.
south.
Yeah.
And I love going and photographing them there
That's
because
so cool.
we, just have more time to
Yeah.
do things. But
let
this
them
last Final
get into
Friday, one of the guys tossed up his big, it was almost like a baton, but it's longer.
Right.
And I got this shot, and the fuel is just raining down.
Wow. Did you put that up?
It's all on Facebook.
I was gonna say, I know I saw that one because I remember going, that is cool.
Yeah.
I know, I love your postings because it's
I always
just
like to
wait
look-
a minute, when was that going on? Like,
I want to see something very artistic, go to her page.
Yes.
Okay, because
Follow
it
up
just,
more.
I sit there and I'm like, whoa.
yeah, her eye is very unique.
Mm-hmm.
Like she captures art in such a unique way, and it's so beautiful. So go to her
And
page.
people that went to, you're available.
Oh, yes.
For businesses, for weddings.
No weddings.
No weddings.
Well, yeah, I'll do your wedding, but
I know, right?
you'll pay for it.
That's not cheap, because weddings are
Yeah.
brutal.
I always encourage brides to do a completely separate photo shoot.
Yeah, now that I would love.
Absolutely.
But the actual wedding.
No, yeah. Those are
Well, your wedding photographers earn every penny.
Oh,
yeah.
Believe me.
Even if
Yeah.
you make your
Yeah.
kids do it.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you guys do workshops for the burlesque?
We do. We don't have any currently set up, but we were talking about doing one in July sometime. So
Right on.
if you
So if you
keep
don't
with
want to perform, but you'd like
but
to
you'd still like to
learn.
have fun and just kind of like play around, learn a few things. We are looking into bringing that back. So this summer. So
Yeah. Last time I performed in a big show was at Century 2. I did the Nutcracker years and years ago in ballet, but in tap was at the Daryl Starberg car show a few years back with my tap shoes on, doing somebody else I completely admire, and doing the song All That.
this is fantastic.
Right.
I think you need an audition. I'm just saying.
Don't let anybody do that.
I was going to say, apparently you'll just let anybody.
Actually, the last show I was a fly.
Oh, really?
He was, yeah.
Oh, but you
And
really
I'm
are taking.
actually, Robin,
We are.
I'm in the next show as well.
Are you really?
Serious?
He's really in the next show.
I've got to see a picture of this flag.
Oh,
We can do that.
Yeah,
we can make that
definitely,
happen.
definitely.
Yeah, come over to my studio and
send a picture of that.
A few pictures and kind of show guys what your show this last week entailed.
Absolutely.
I heard it was wonderful.
It was fantastic. We received nothing but praise, and it was meaningful.
Yes,
because
it really was.
hard. We put a lot of work into
It's
that.
very heartwarming to just kind of hear
Be loved.
that people love what we do, and that there's an audience out there for us. And
Yes.
so-
Can I say something real quick? I don't mean to interrupt anything, but we went from something that literally had some of us in tears, a horrible thing that goes on here in Wichita.
Absolutely.
And here we are showing you the exact opposite.
Right.
Okay. I have a beautiful thing that is all about Wichita, and that is we have so many talented, artistic people here. It is amazing. So, sometimes we can argue over the bad things, and yes, there are bad things. Okay, but don't give up, and don't get like some people I've seen and do. And don't take your lives, and don't just, there's a lot of good. There's always a lot of good.
And this
okay?
community really, as bad as, we're all...
We've got
always
some
having
bad
to point out
things,
some bad
but-
things.
Yes, yeah.
There are some really wonderful things that this community offers, and I just feel like the word doesn't get out enough.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
Thank God for
Town,
Facebook.
and how is that not possible?
How did we do that before?
People always ask us after, if we had known, we would have
right.
come to the show. So,
And
yeah.
we're such a small town that confuses me because, word of mouth travels like that.
Yeah.
I can't all the fun things that are out there travel like that,
Absolutely.
So,
Well, I know that we are going to have to wrap this session.
When is their next show? August?
August 15th,
Yay.
Cinema Shakedown, the sequel.
We may want to bring you in and
right before
have a little bit of.
We would be honored.
Yes.
A little bit of.
A little taster.
I'll bring some gloves.
Exactly. And if you're lucky, I'll bring my tap shoes. Okay.
when you guys start doing ticket sales.
Yeah. Touch base with us. We'll get you guys back on.
Yeah,
for sure. Great, Paula. You're not going anywhere.
No.
Okay. We have something very special we're going to get to right now, so we'll be right back. Real people, real life.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Albero Cafe, like a vacation to Italy, with Wichita's best Italian dining. Open Monday to Saturday. Happy hour Monday to Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica, and this is Nate, and we're You Build It Wichita.
Our customers have given us an A+ satisfaction rating. Why don't you come down and be one of our satisfied customers today?
Your home's in your hands. You build it.
Sometimes simplicity is the key. Buying a car should be one of those times. It should be fun, comfortable, and above all, easy. At Economy Motors, we strive to make it just that. We offer a wide variety of vehicles, all priced $12,995 or under, and we've helped people in all types of financial situations with quality cars and easy financing. Is it your turn yet?
Come see us.
Economy Motors, 2305 South Broadway.
Don't worry, cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road. Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales at the Kings Corner, 31st South and Broadway, Wichita, is Kansas' largest buy here, pay here dealer. The best selection, priced from $3,000 to $30,000. When the banks and new car lots tell you no, the King can help. Bad credit, no problem. Credit King Autos. See us at GoCreditKing.com.
My name is William Stockwell. This was my 2.5 car garage. We'd had it turned into a room for my dad to get him out of the nursing home. If it wasn't for You Build It, we wouldn't have this amazing transformation. Thank you. You did a fabulous job.
Your home's in your hands.
We love you, You Build It.
You build it.
And welcome back to Real People, Real Lives. In Wichita, I have Paula Lovemore and Chef Don Diego here. And recently, Wichita was shaken by a really tragic event with a good friend of all of ours, and a lot of it with the community, Tanya Tandock. And so, Paula, you were really close with her. And you did a lot of photography.
She was my favorite muse.
Yeah.
I'd known her for about 9 years in kind of casual acquaintances until this last year we started interacting more. And when I set up my studio, she was one of the first people I thought of because I knew she would just come and dance and let me do my thing. And
already had all the costumes.
Oh, gosh, yes. Bags and bags came with her that day. Yeah, so she was in not only as an artist to an artist, but also businesswoman to businesswoman. When I had any questions, whether it be legal or marketing or whatever, I would always go to Tanya first and say, who's the person I should contact for this? Or, how should I go about marketing, some of my photography and the things I'm passionate about. She always had answers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of, Warren, her brother, is one of my best friends that we go back to high school. Mm-hmm. And one of my first memories of working of Tanya was when Warren and I were working at Pizza Hut, mm-hmm. and she would always have to come in and scold Warren for whatever he did at home or didn't do at home. Yeah. So, but then, as it went on, even more recently, we were talking about doing a cooking show.
and this would have probably been about 10 years ago, we had a really great idea for a cooking show, which is still, if you want to, someone's going to have to do it. But we were going to take people on the street, okay, we want to know how to make Vietnamese so-and-so.
Right.
Let's go to the store, buy, see what you can take with these ingredients, and then cook it right there on the street.
Neat.
So like shotgun cooking.
Yeah. Perfect. I know she was all over that.
Yeah, that was fun. And actually, during that time, as we were kind of talking about it, I had the fortune of, going to her house with her and Warren and their younger sister Alyssa, all doing the cooking.
Oh wow!
And if you want an experience here, there was not just one hand-on who can cook.
Yeah.
There were two other ones that are fantastic. In fact, one time, Alyssa had to sub in for Tanya when they do the big chef cook-off at the Orpheum. That, I don't know if they still do that. Do they still do that?
Yeah.
She won. And so it's like, what? So yeah, that was.
Yeah, and Chef Don and I were sharing some stories on the professional level, and he was telling me about their interactions and how she was just always there for him too.
Yeah, Don.
So many people looked up to her. I bumped into her several times. I've known her for a couple of years. Mostly interaction through Facebook, it's online social media. And like yourselves, I would hit her up with ideas, suggestions. I'd ask a lot of questions, and she would definitely hit me back that day or the next and help me out with recipes, ideas, caterings. I do caterings in the evenings and weekends as well. And anything I was stumped with or needed some extra insight, she was always there. I bumped into her several times. Don't know her on a personal level, but we talked so much. She's a beautiful soul. We talked so much online, and I just lived down the road, matter of fact, from her kitchen. So we would bump into each other there at the Ren Fair or online, and she was just inspiration. And no matter what I needed, as a professional level, as a chef, and she would do the same thing. We just bounce ideas back and forth, and she was just a beautiful soul. She was always fun to talk to, fun-loving, and wish that I could really get to know her some more. She had so much insight and so much to offer for this community, not just in the culinary aspect, but I just found out and learned she can play the cello. I mean, there's so many things that I keep learning about her. She has so much potential and future to give to this community.
Yeah.
I just can't stop the tears.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to all of us.
That's the biggest thing. It's like this huge void now is there that she filled, and I don't know how that will ever be replaced. The latest piece that I did yesterday, digital composite, the scripture, and I'm not a real religious person, but I've got it from childhood still in there, but it was about the legion of 12 angels. It just popped in my head, and I'm like, it'll take a legion of 12 angels to replace the one precious one that was just stolen.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the culinary side of things too.
Not at all.
She also did a lot of painting.
Yeah.
She did
ceramics,
and then with all of her dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Just an artist all around.
Yeah.
All around.
I was recently home in Alabama, and my sister has some horses, and one had a colt. And I took some pictures and sent them to Tanya, and I'm like, do you ride? Do you like to ride horses? And she goes, oh yeah, I grew up with 4. And I trained one of the police force's horses. I think it's Sergeant Gilligan or Gillian, something like that. But I was like, what don't you do? Right. She said, I can't hula hoop. And I'm like, that's bull. I just can't. I've seen you shimmy. I know you can do that. But just the timing of everything was so, it never would have been the right time. But the night of the memorial, I had secured the Crown Uptown to do a photo shoot with her cello. And we were going to have a big white snake wrapped around her and the cello, and they've got that standard starry background that's there. Yeah. And then I have a friend who does special lighting, like when you're at weddings or dances and arrays and stuff. So we were going to do some of that. And a few months ago, we started talking about this, and she had gotten her cello all spiffed up and tuned, and we were ready to go. We were just waiting for her to get some time. And we had picked Thursday night, the 11th, to do that shoot. So That's hard, and as an artist, when you have a muse that it plants and inspires an image in your head, it's almost maddening because it's like, what do I do with this? Because there's no other person that could sit in that seat. And I was talking to one of the belly dancer women at the Buddhist Center when we had the ceremony, and telling her how troubled I was because, you know, as an artist, you've got to find a way to release that energy. And she said, well, you know, you can still do the shoot, the cello and the snake, and just leave the chair empty. So in a few months, I'll get it together and try to pull that off as best I can in honor of her. She was the most brilliant, amazing person I'd ever met. I've known doctors, lawyers, CEOs, the gamut. But she was so accomplished at so many things. And her biggest accomplishment and mastery was love. And she knew how to love. She knew how to make you feel like you were the most special, important person on the planet. And had an art of giving you the confidence you needed as your base to then jump from. I've lived all over the country and been lots of places, and I've never met anyone like her. It's such a huge loss.
Yeah, it's a huge.
Yeah, so huge.
It's kind of difficult to talk about. But, you know, what you can do is support Tanya's Soup Kitchen.
Yep.
I mean, the soup lives on.
Yeah.
And also, you know, her brother Warren started Espresso with Go-Go down there as well. And he's been known to make the best coffee products in town.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name on the Food Channel who was just in here? The guy with...
Jason Febreze.
Well, no, not Jason, but the guy who's on this guy's show. Cutthroat Kitchen?
Yeah.
Alton
Brown.
Oh, yes.
Alton Brown. Stopped through and went there for coffee, and then the next day had to come back there for coffee.
Very nice.
Espresso and Go-Go.
Yeah.
So,
Check it out.
you know, her influence lives on.
And Kelly Ray and Sarah are trying to keep the restaurant going and, you know, just keep her dream alive. So
Yeah.
I will eat soup there as often as I can.
Yeah. And they do really great soups.
Oh, yeah.
All homemade, all
Yeah.
from scratch. All that TLC's put into it.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Unusual.
Everything's unique.
Yeah.
Yep.
But buttercream